Hi, everybody. Okay, as promised, here is my update on where we are at on the property. Um, Gosh, I don't even know where to start. I guess I should start with my husband Ryan and I bought this property um, 2 years ago. We bought property up here in Alaska on the Kenai Peninsula 3 years ago. We bought a lot sight unseen. And we came up our first summer 3 years ago to take a look at it and see what was going to need to happen to start developing it. And we found that the access to the property was a nightmare. Um, we're from Southern Oregon, and we thought we knew what the ground conditions would be like here. Everybody say hi to Timber. Um, it was very, very different from where we came from, and it was going to be a nightmare to get in access. So, but while we were here, this lot is near that other property. We actually fell in love with this one. Long story short, we ended up getting out from under that other property and picking up this one. It is 8.7 acres, heavily timbered with black spruce. And Currently, I have ATV access only, so the nearest road is about a third of a mile away. I've been putting in a ton of work on the access trail, and that's going to be a video for another day. I will show you guys what it looked like before, what it looks like now, and what my plans are for it in the future. But so any of the materials here on the property, I've skidded in with the ATV. So we bought this property 2 years ago. And it was all very, very dense forest, a lot of deadfall and underbrush. It was very, very hard to move through. When I started working on it after Ryan's accident, one of the first things I did was I hired a company to come in with a forestry mulcher and mulch me out about, I'm going to say it's about a half an acre for my build site. So that's primarily where I'm working right now. This property is going to be a lifelong journey and chore. I will eventually start branching out from this half acre and thinning the forest and putting in trails and pushing my development back further. But right now I'm working on the home site. You can see my neighbor's excavator is here. He left it here for me to use tomorrow if I need to do anything, so that's awesome. Um, so first thing was uh, the excavating. That happened in the fall of last year. And then there wasn't a whole lot I could do through the winter. I did come up and drop some trees in the winter, but that was pretty much all I could do. Most of the work that I've done since then started in the spring. I set up a site for my sawmill and brought up the pieces, just a few pieces at a time, and assembled it here on site. So I will show you guys my sawmill. Okay, so here is my sawmill. It is a Woodland Mills HM122. It's just their smallest model of saw. It can saw up to 22-inch logs, and I will tell you guys, I have maxed this thing out. I bought the track extension so it can do up to about 16.5-foot logs. I've got a log pile here ready to go, and back here I have my timber piles, lumber piles of the wood that I've been working on milling. A lot of it's been used for the construction of the outhouse, but this is all 2x6. Back here is all 2x4. So in conjunction with milling all of the wood, I started to assemble my solar array. So I haven't set the panels on here yet, but this is what my solar panels are going to mount to. And again, this is all with timber from the property. I built that thing by myself with no help and no ladder. That was a nightmare. Probably didn't do it the safest way, but it's up, so there it is. I have my array for my solar. That's going to be my power up here on the property. I have my outhouse. I showed you guys photos of that in my last video. Wish that I had filmed the construction on that, but I didn't. It still needs a little bit of work, but right now it's functional. And here's what we did today. So we set all of the posts for the cabin. And under the kitchen, we dug out a shallow well that is already filling with water. There was no water in that about 10 minutes ago. That's about 10 feet deep. So the next steps for me are, first I have to get this shallow well situated. Now, I'm currently hauling all of my own water. It's common here in Alaska. It's kind of a way of life. I expect that the water I'm going to get from this little well is not going to supplement all of my needs. We're going to see how well it works. I will probably still be hauling water until I can get a more serious well put in. But, you know, it'll hopefully help. At least I'll have some access to water here on the property, at least seasonally. So I'm going to have water in. Once I get the solar put in, I'm going to have power. I have my outhouse for waste, and that meets most of my basic needs. So once I get this well situated, then I can start building the floor system for the cabin over the top of it, and then I can start framing the cabin. So that is what you guys have to look forward to. I'm sorry, this is a pretty short video. I'm gonna sign off. I got a little bit more work I'm gonna do today, and then I'm gonna get back up here tomorrow. But I will be getting back to you guys soon. Thank you so much for following my journey and supporting me. I love you all. I couldn't do this without all of y'all's support. So thank you. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Please like and subscribe.